Welcome back to the show, guys. I am your host. Expecting you guys are having a wonderful and blessed day. Let's just do it. This is gonna be a real recap. This literally is gonna take like two. This video is probably gonna take 2 or 3 minutes maximum. It's clear as day. Some people don't see it. Do they have an agenda? I don't know, but it's clear as day. We're gonna be talking about the Walter Wallace Jr. Police shooting that happened in Philadelphia. That without waiting for any type of evidence, they're already looting in Philadelphia, hurting fellow Philadelphians, right? If that's the word. Hurting people that have nothing to do with the situation. They're looting, they're destroying their own homes where they shop, where they do all that. Makes no perfect sense. Makes perfect sense to the people on the left. Black Lives Matter, etc., etc. This is the video. I will not be showing the audio. You will not be hearing it. I was just showing the audio. It's a couple seconds long, but it's clear as day. I just don't know. Maybe somebody could tell me what I'm missing. Here we go. So we see this guy walking around the car. He's armed. He has a knife. The police are retreating. They have their guns drawn. He's moving towards the police. They have a knife. They shoot him. They kill him. What could the police do? I have no idea. They had no tasers. They have a knife. They're saying that he was mentally ill. Mentally ill doesn't mean that the sharp was not knife. That the I said that backwards. That the knife was not sharp. A mentally ill person with a knife is dangerous still. I mean, what does the mentally ill part have to do with it in this particular situation? I'm not sure. Let's look at the images real quick. So we see him. This is him walking behind the car. Look at the police retreating. They're going back. The other police comes from around the car, going back, retreating. He keeps coming. He has a knife in his hands. Sadly, that's the point where it doesn't show it here in the video, but right about then where he's coming around, they shoot him right there. And sadly, this is a tragedy. This is in a perfect world. This is not supposed to happen. This is horrible. I'm not sure if there's only an evil human being could say that this is something that's good or that he deserved it, whatever. It's horrible that this man did this. Was it because of mental illness? I don't know. That's what they're saying, that he was on it. This was according to this. Wow, I lost the story. Actually, this story right here, according to this story right here, let me read it to you where I found it, that it was the third time that the police weren't over there. Okay, first of all, the first thing that we need to take into account, look what it says here. These officers had not been deployed tasers, so they didn't have no tasers. For the people that said, oh, they could have given them tasers. These people had no tasers. And for the people that are saying, shoot him in the leg. Shoot him in the leg is one of the most idiotic responses to that. I had that same response, actually. Why can you shoot him in the leg? I had that at the beginning, to be honest, because I don't know how law enforcement work and how hard it is to even shoot somebody in the chest. But that's not possible. You cannot shoot somebody in the leg. You can't aim for a leg or aim for an arm. You have to aim for the largest part of the body, and that's the chest cavity right here. Sadly, again, these officers did not went there to kill him. They are put in a situation where who knows what could have happened. Should this guy been in a mental institution? If he was really mentally ill, should he that been there? Did the family fail them for not putting him in a mental institution? But this is the part where it says that the police went there 3 times. Look at it right here. His brother had called 911 to request medical assistance and an ambulance. Johnson said police officers responded twice to the Wallace residence Monday before returning. A third time, the officers had guns but did not have tasers, according to the police. Again, a third time. So the police were there 3 times. But Joe Biden and Kamala Harris waste no time in taking advantage of, again, they say racism. They invoke this racism type of thing, because they're trying to get an emotional response from people, in particular the people in the black community, saying that this was basically a racist type of act. Look at this is thanks to Philadelphia CBS Local. This is the official Joe Biden and Kamala Harris response. Our hearts are broken for the family of Walter Jr. and for those suffering the emotional weight of learning about another black life in America lost. Again, they frame it all around racism. This is what they're doing. We cannot accept that in this country a mental health crisis ends in death. I believe so. But I hear from some, and maybe somebody could let me know in the comments, I hear that they're closing mental institutions, that they're closing them now. Well, and it makes kind of sense too. Have you been to New York City? Have you seen the people that are here that should be not even living with the regular people? And what they're doing in New York City, they're taking people who are supposed to be in shelters, etc., and they're putting them with regular people to live. For the people that have come to New York City, they're building a whole bunch of brand new buildings in New York City. And what they do is they take people that belong in shelters. A lot of these people have mental issues, and then putting them to live in society instead with the rest of the people, instead of putting them to live in some type of mental institution where they're able to protect them and give them the adequate services. But look what it keeps saying here: we cannot accept this in this country. A mental health crisis ends in death. It makes the shock and grief and violence of yesterday's shooting that much more painful. Again, why are they speaking about this one and not the other people that got shot and killed? This has a political agenda, and you could take some political atmosphere, some type of a political gain, and you could drive your agenda through here. They go on here to condemn the rioting, but I don't. From Democrats, I don't. That to me, that's just pandering again. I don't think it's genuine. Again, we're talking about Kamala Harris, who was sharing a link to an institution that was bailing out rioters and protesters in Minnesota. These people are not serious. But I'll pass down the question to you. Am I oversimplifying this? I think it's really simple, to be honest. I mean, I think there's really nothing more to the case. Again, it's a sad situation where you get the officers who have a tool, which is a gun, and want to protect themselves. Again, they didn't go there to shoot this guy, but the guy had a knife, and it doesn't make it any less sharp because he had a mental issue, and they were there now is almost like self-defense. That's why they shot. But again, I pass off the question down to you. What do you guys think? Remember to like, comment, share. God bless, Godspeed. Me, Valentine. I am out.